Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. My name is Tony, this is the 15-Minute Gamer, and today we're diving into Pigface, a brutal kinetic FPS. It's out now on PC for just under a tenner. You play as Exit, a woman whose past is dark and messy, who wakes up in a horrific condition, bleeding in a warehouse with a bomb drilled into her skull. A mysterious voice forces you into a contract assassination role, carrying out violent, morally grey missions for people who hold leverage over you. The story is minimalistic and serves mainly as a framing device to push you into the dangerous contracts. The focus is less on deep narrative here and more on the atmosphere, violence and player choice in how you tackle your contracts. Because it's early access, the developer hints at future narrative expansions, more branching missions, more AI complexity and additional levels. If you were to think of this game, it's Rainbow Six mixed with a bit of Hotline Miami and Time Splitters, and you won't be too far off. You move in the first person through gritty environments. You have access to firearms, shotguns, rifles, pistols, melee weapons like hammers, throwable weapons like grenades, traps, and optional stealth moves. You can go in all guns blazing or try a slower, more tactical style. The game encourages flexibility. The combat feels visceral, shots land hard, especially the headshots. Gore, blood splatter all contribute to the brutal aesthetic. The mix of melee, firearms and traps gives you a good tool set. You're rarely stuck with a single tactic. However, I will say at times it does feel a little bit unbalanced. Melee or thrown weapons don't seem very consistent. Ammo can sometimes be super stingy, alongside the meds, which considering how quick you die can be a bit frustrating. Stealth just doesn't seem to work sometimes. You can dispatch someone quietly but somehow they alert everyone else. How? Don't know. So neither stealth or all guns blazing quite work, so I always went for a mixture of the two. After missions you earn money and resources to unlock weapons, masks which grant buffs or abilities, gear like vests and armor, and gadgets. You choose what to take into a mission. Your loadout is kind of a major part of the strategy. You start in this van and you can press buttons around it to select which items you want to take on the mission with you. And it does mean that as you progress you have more loadout flexibility, which makes each run differently. You might go full shotgun or you might go more stealth and silenced weaponry. There's also like attachments and stuff to add as well. As it's early access, the progression is a little bit limited. There's not many tiers and not many unlocks. Some gear feels a little bit underpowered or hard to justify once you get into those later missions. And the cost and balance curve is quite punishing early on because you get charged every time you die as well. Money can be hard to come by. Missions are like sandbox-ish, I guess. You're dropped into a location, farmhouses, motels, railway stations, with objectives: kill target, recover items, sabotage. Some are primary and some are like you can do if you want to. I had no real issues with the missions, to be fair. I just wish there was way more locations and missions in the game, as it can be completed in around about 2 hours with current content. The game's in early access, so AI, enemy behaviours, balance are still being refined. They did feel a bit too aimbotty for me. Like you'll shoot someone and they go down. Well, most enemies will go down once and then come back up. If they've got a gun, once they're coming up, like they're not even standing yet, they're shooting at you. And I didn't like that. I think it should wait until they get standing up, compose themselves and then shoot at you. And they knew exactly where you were constantly, which can be quite annoying when you're hiding and they just run up behind you and just kind of take it out. However, some enemy interactions were smart. There is a little bit of flanking, a little bit of alerting others going on that do react to noise, but it's very inconsistent. Some AI seem oblivious to the fact you're there, some overly precise, like they're shooting at you from the other side of the map. As it's early access, there is some bugs going on as well. AI clipping is one of them, and the reason this is a problem is because ammo is quite scarce. So you shoot someone for gun, the gun can just fall into the ground and you'll never see it again, and it's really annoying. I also think they need to increase the range at which you can pick up guns or where you're looking at, because quite often you're kind of running while you're trying to pick up a gun and you have to be so precise where you click, so I think they could do with changing that as well. However, apart from that, it's early access, you're going to expect issues. Visually, Pigface leans into that gritty neo-noir. You know, it's got that low poly style to it. You kind of have this like VHS style filter over the top as well, which you can remove. Overall, it wasn't too bad. It's just a smaller indie game. It doesn't try to be hyper realistic. Sound, the audio is strong, gunfire, explosions, muffled footsteps, environmental ambience. There's voice clips going on as well, and it does really help set the mood. The soundtrack's not too bad either. It's dark, it's moody. There is a couple of mixing issues there, but nothing too bad. Again, it's early access. So is Pigface worth your time right now? I think for fans of ultra-violent FPS gritty noir type games, I think they could really enjoy this one. It's off to a promising start. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's also not a very long game. It's going to keep you occupied for 2, 3, 4 hours maybe tops, but it has a lot of potential. At the moment, I would rate it around about a 7 out of 10. I think if the developer continues to polish the AI, adds balance, adds more missions and gear, this could climb much higher. I will say you can't rate a game on what's coming though. I can only rate what's put in front of me. So yeah, if you like the style, grab it while it's cheap, play around for loadouts, be patient with its rough edges, and I think once it comes into 1.0, I think you'll have one hell of a game here. That's it for this review. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe, ring that bell, and let me know in the comments what you think. So yeah, that's all I've got to say on this one. I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.